Just Chris Mulcahy with a breaking update on Hurricane Dorian. So Dorian continues to plow its way off towards the west at 160 miles per hour. This is now a Category 5 storm soon and already is starting to affect the northern parts of the Bahamas. This is going to be pelted direct hit, and it's going to sit there, providing a lot of rain, up to 20 inches plus in some locations. On top of that, we're looking at catastrophic wind damage. The northern part of this is the strongest part of the storm, and that is going to scrape the northern tier of these islands. We are expecting Category 1, Category 2 effects coming up in the next 12 hours for parts of the Bahamas. Category 5, that's the strongest that you can be. It has been rocking Category 4 strength for over a day now. Now it has peaked to the highest level. So here's what's changed over the last update. The strength. Now a dangerous Category 5 storm. As I mentioned, this is now increased by 10 miles per hour for sustained winds over the last 3 hours. Pressure continues to drop, showing that this will continue to strengthen as it is heading towards a landfall around the northern Bahamas, and that track is a little bit closer to Florida and parts of North Carolina now, and that is only going to increase the storm surge, but there's still a chance that it could be bending back off towards the east, where models were trending east most of the morning yesterday in the afternoon, came back a little bit westerly, and now they're trending a little bit east yet again. So expected this to be a strong Category 4 to Category 5 hurricane as it's starting to move off sort of in the northern tier of the Bahamas. What's going to happen? It's going to park. It's barely going to be moving. As it's slowing down, that's actually good news for the United States, not so much for the northern Bahama Islands. We instead are going to see this start to shift once you get about Monday. Still Category 4, major hurricane off the coast. Regardless of direct landfall, yes, the strongest winds are on the right side of the storm away from the coast. It is picking up all that rain, shoving it towards the shoreline of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, so storm surge and some heavy flooding rains are going to be the main issue. Right off the coast of Charleston by about 50 miles. Come Wednesday night heading into Thursday, winds around 70 miles per hour at that point. Definitely at least tropical storm winds ranging from 39 to 73 miles per hour expected to impact the coast. There will be evacuations likely, especially for low-lying areas because of that coastal flooding situation. And around Wilmington, I would say around Oak Island, this little part of North Carolina will have the best chance for the eye wall to cross. Maybe not defined as landfall, but pretty close as we are nearing your Thursday night heading into Friday, scraping by the Outer Banks. But again, this can still trend a little bit further off towards the east. So as long as Dorian is slowing down, that will start to engage the shift that eventually is going to be making. It's always the right side that has the strongest impacts as far as winds go, following some of that storm motion around the circulation, but the left front is known for its significant storm surge. So this is still going to be a big deal, even though it's not making direct landfall as far as storm surge is concerned, and as I mentioned, also some of those flooding rains. We're now starting to have a better idea when it's going to make landfall as far as the outer bands of this, not direct landfall for the eye of the storm, but tropical storm force winds can be felt as early as Monday night along the Florida coast. Even the stronger ones, up to 58 miles per hour, plus sustained gusts up to Category 1 strength, and this will continue to glide up along the coast. Daytona Beach near Jacksonville starting to feel this by Wednesday morning, heading into the afternoon. So a better look at some of those models. One thing that has changed since late last night, a few more of these are gliding it a little bit closer to Florida. So we're seeing it close to the Florida coast. Still, general consensus keeps it about 50 to 75 miles off the coast of South Carolina. And then also following this line, this is the one that I trust the most. This would keep the eye wall maybe just nipping it. Still a weaker side of the storm for parts around Wilmington. Again, Oak Island really looks to be in the gun right about here, but I still think there's a good chance that this could be curving back out. At that point, our steering mechanisms around a high pressure system is going to be taking control, and it should accelerate at that point, which will limit rainfall. But still, even at that point, moving a little bit quicker, 7 to 10 inches are likely across at least the shoreline or just off the coast. 3 to 7 looks to be a pretty good bet, at least from Charleston up to Masonboro and the Outer Banks. But this exponentially decreases the further west that you go. So Charlotte might not even have a drop up of rain from Dorian, but our eastern viewing area would have a chance. This is our next 7-day rainfall forecast, but you can see this all lines up with whatever Dorian is going to do. We still have time to push it further off towards the east. That is what we want. Again, I'm meteorologist Chris Mulcahy. Thank you so much for joining me online. Our next newscast is going to be from 9 to 10 o'clock. I'll have all the new updates on Dorian, what you can expect, as well as your full forecast. See you then.